I get tons of questions about how do you cook brisket, low and slow, and how do you make it really moist and tender. I'm gonna hopefully show you how to do that. We're gonna start by making a spice rub. We're actually gonna marinate it in the spice rub overnight, about 24 hours. We're gonna start with a good amount of paprika, and then some chili powder. I like to use ancho chili powder, which has got sort of like a spicy raisin kind of flavor. Then we have some ground mustard seeds. Then we have some dried herbs, like some dried oregano, some celery seed, just a tiny bit. Celery is very, very strong. Then we have some garlic powder, and then some coriander, and then salt and pepper. I'm gonna mix this up. Obviously, you can do this way ahead of time. And make a whole bunch. This way you always have it around. You don't have to keep making it every single time. All right, so we're gonna take our spice rub, and we're gonna do exactly what it says. We're gonna rub it. Really kind of get it in there on both sides. Okay, there's our brisket. Now, what you wanna do is you wanna cover this and put it in the refrigerator for about 24 hours. Right before you wanna cook it, about an hour or two ahead of time, you wanna take it out and let it get to room temperature, because we want the brisket to cook nice and evenly. Now we can go over to our smoker. In this case, we're using our really cool green ceramic cooker. We have some hardwood charcoal in there. I'm gonna put some pecan wood chips in there on top of the charcoal to really start to create the smoke. And we're gonna cook this at like 225 degrees, 200 to 225. So this is the pecan wood, and it can soak overnight or for a couple of days, but you really wanna soak it for at least 4 hours. You wanna really waterlog it so we can create some smoke. And a lot of times people will write in and ask me, like, do you trim the fat? Absolutely not. We want this fat to melt and actually just continue to baste the brisket so it stays incredibly tender, and it makes it really, really flavorful. Fat side up, we'll close this up, and we're gonna cook it for 4 hours, just like this. Looking pretty good. Now, what I have here is, this is just apple juice, okay? And about every hour or so, I just wanna hit the brisket with a little bit of my apple juice to reinforce the moisture here. One thing about brisket, the first thing you have to understand is that we're cooking this on indirect heat. You hear that term all the time. It's very simple. There's heat coming from the bottom, but in this particular grill right here, there's a ceramic plate that's actually blocking the direct heat, so the heat is indirect. Now, if you don't have this particular grill, that's okay. If you have just a regular kettle grill, let me show you what you can do. You're gonna take some wood chips, okay, some soaked wood chips, just like we put on that grill, and you have direct heat and you have indirect heat. But we need to cook the brisket on indirect heat. So we're gonna actually take the wood chips and put them on top of the coals, and that's gonna create the smoke. I'm gonna cover this up. And then what we would do is put the brisket on the side where there are no coals at all. And then it would just be cooking almost like an oven. You cover it up, you capture a bunch of the smoke, and it cooks the brisket slowly. So now, this brisket's been in here for just over 4 hours. It's about 165 degrees. This is the part where we're gonna wrap it. We're gonna wrap our brisket in the tin foil, wrap it up really well so we can insulate all the heat and the smoke that's in there. 4 hours to go. It's gonna be great, though, I promise. Oh, it's like so tender. It's unbelievable. I mean, look at that, right in. Incredible. Take this out. Oh, that is just beautiful. Takes your breath away. It's so beautiful. It smells so amazing. Look how moist that is. Look at that. I know it takes a long time, but man, is it worth it.